Hello everybody, and welcome to the JakesRCStuff Awards for 2021. Now, unlike last year, I did a fully professional edited thing that took really seriously ages, so if you feel like checking it out, feel free to look at last year's. Did really well on views, actually, which is quite nice. Big old but, I don't have the time this year, for various different reasons, so this is just going to be a talkie mabob. So feel free to have this on the background while you wrap presents, or no, this is going on Christmas Day, so if you're still wrapping presents, it could be if you're going to someone unboxing it, or blah. Anyway, or while you're working in your office. That's the genius of these things. So I'm going to go through the awards. There are some new awards, there's some old awards. I'm going to mention the previous years as well as the New Year's. So let's begin with the most disappointing product. Now in 2020 that was the Sonic Model Binary. In 2021 the winner is the Avios Plug and Fly King Twin, which is a turboprop plane. Links to stuff will be in the description, hopefully. And the reason why is because this is an incredibly expensive model. If I actually click on the link so I can see the website, redirecting you, come on, HobbyKing. So it's £303, yet it uses $2.99 servos. I did a YouTube short on this. Feel free to watch that as well if you'd like. Just search for King Twin. Yeah, they're making very expensive models with literally the cheapest, shittiest servos they could possibly manage. Their other servos are even better. I don't understand. Like, okay, you could cheapen out maybe on the 2 flap servos or whatever, but your main control servos should all be same Metal Gear 9-gram servos on a model that size and that expense. So yeah, that is the most disappointing product of 2021. The reason why it's disappointing to me is that HobbyKing for a while, the HobbyKing website, most infuriating consumer website, this can be another award, it never holds like the right language settings or anything, or language, or something's always wrong. Like that time it was German but in pounds, so I had to set it back to being in English. To be fair to HobbyKing, they have actually released some genuinely new products, not just stuff that has been relabeled this year. That King, whatever it's called, King Twin, is one of those, but unfortunately they put crap stuff in it. So it's a shame, but they have actually brought out some new models this year. If the UK warehouse was still going, and we'll have a word on that in a bit, I would have possibly got the racing version of the Yak 11 that they've got out, and I had the money for it. Something that big that goes relatively quick was not quite exciting to me. But anyway, that's the world's most disappointing product. No, the modelling most disappointing product, I guess. Now, worst product. So these are actually interesting. The most disappointing product, maybe most disappointing model. I don't know. Anyway, worst product in 2020. It was those crappy MG90 servos that all broke on me from Banggood. For the year 2021, it is the Frsky R9 system. Now, things have changed since I fell out of this system. If you want to know about me falling out of the system, again, you can look back on the channel saying getting rid of Frsky. If you search for that, you'll find it. They brought out the new R9 system. I went to build a model, bought receivers, realised it wouldn't work. And back then, the whole move from Archer to Access, basically I have to have 2 different models, 2 different modules, for my radio, and they'd have to be separate. I'd have to work out which is new, which is old to make it work properly, and all this other jollop. And I went, you know what, Frsky, you've done this before. I wasn't in the Frsky brand at the time, so I got rid of everything that's Frsky. I haven't quite yet. I still have R9 in some models. I still have my X7S, but my idea is to eventually get rid of everything that is Frsky. So only moving over to Crossfire, which is good, because if they ever upgrade anything, you just do over-the-air updates. It's fantastic, which I know the new stuff can, but the old stuff can't, so I have to get every model out, rip it out, have to move the S-bus pin over to the S-port pin, update it, maybe have to change the module, blah blah blah. It was all just a massive fucking pain in the arse. So yeah, I'm still getting rid of everything and moving everything over to Crossfire. Not that much expensive, the receivers. The module was expensive. Just bear me a sec. But yeah. So that is it. It may have changed now, and of course you've got Express LRS you can run on that on the hardware, but overall, pain in the arse. Now, a new award for this year, so it wasn't handed out in 2020, but for 2021, the biggest personal disappointment, and that was, of course, guttingly, was the Easy Glider. My first ever FPV model was an Easy Glider. I built it. It crashed at about 10 seconds on its first flight due to the crossfire locking out. I believe it's because 1.3 and the crossfire stuff was too close together. I was so annoyed and pissed off at myself and the plane that it's just been put in the shed and left. It's on the list of ones to get fixed. Occasionally when I need a new project, I'll do a random.org, choose a new model to go on to. Eventually that will be the model that comes out. Yeah, if you want to watch the build series and my talking of what happened with it, just search for Easy Glider on the channel, look for the Easy Glider playlist. It should all be in there. And now we're looking at the best FPV product. In 2020, it was the ZoHD Copilot, which I don't favourably recommend as much as maybe I once did. To explain, the return to launch when it's back to you is a bit wonky. I've had issues with it reselling itself. I've had issues with the fact it doesn't have an on-screen display and a whole bunch of things. But in 2021, I found a product that was incredible. Now, I think I've had it in the cupboard for a bit longer than this year, but this was the year that I put in a model and I've flown it. And that is the SNL Owl. Saturday Night Live Owl. I don't know if they actually make the Owl anymore, but SNL is still around. It's slightly hard to get their stuff. But it's a small, cheap module. It was like 50 or 60 quid, so, £20 more than the Copilot, roughly. But it has an on-screen display. The setup's a lot easier because it's all in that on-screen display. Some people have reported issues with them. Mine flies fine, super locked in, feels really good. On-screen display is the crispest, and not only is it really crisp to look at, but also it has a higher update rate than pretty much any other on-screen display I've ever seen. So stuff moving around on the screen, like artificial horizon, things like that, looks so smooth. It is a fantastic product. I can't completely vouch for the other SNL products, but certainly if you get an SNL Owl or someone offering you an SNL Owl, get it, because it's brilliant. Yeah. So, in the year 2020, I believe I split this award in two, which is the award for the best radio. I split it in two, between the Taranis and X9E Plus 2019 Special Edition and the Radiomaster TX16S. In 2021, I'm just going to give it to the TX16S, not the Max, the sort of metal plate on the front, but not the Max. That's the one that I would personally recommend everybody gets. But brilliant system. I didn't have an issue with my Max, and to be honest with you, it's the same part that's in the other one, so it could be an issue. But overall, I do generally really like the Radiomaster radios. My only real problem with them is the sliders. They're in a bit of an awkward place, and they don't have a really solid, nice indent. If Radiomaster released an update to them that you could just put in, which I don't see why not, that would be amazing. So Radiomaster, if you could do that. I think they've recently done some even better gimbals. Gimbals are fine. They've been fine forever. But the sliders on the side could do with an update. Even if they're in that, obviously they'd still have to be in the same slightly wonky place. But if you could have them so they have a proper dent that's like a stop, it would be really appreciated as an add-on, and I would buy them instantly. But yeah. And now we have a very important award, which is strange that we're doing it so early in proceedings. But it is the best plane of 2021. Now, in 2020, it went to the ZoHD Drift. Why? I don't know. I've flown it once or twice. It's alright. It's nothing amazing. If anything, I'm gonna award two, I've decided. I'm going to add another one. So, for this year, I'm going to award two different ones. One for normal flying, one for FPV. And the one for normal flying, of course, because it is my favourite model of all time, the Flexinovations RV8. It's fantastic. Every time I fly it, I get fantastic comments about how it flies. It's slow, it's fast, it'll do precise stuff, it'll do 3D, it won't do like extreme, it'll even do some extreme 3D actually, to think about it. But it's such a fantastic model. Yeah, it's expensive, it's over £500, but you know what? It really is brilliant, and I love it. So much so that if the jet falls through, or even after the jet, I'm probably going to get their new 70cc size. Probably have it electric, not actual petrol, because you know what I'm like. Don't really like petrol engines. But no, the RV8 from Flexinovations is a fantastic plane. They've now got the 60, which is what I've got. They've got the little version, and they've got the obviously the big 70cc size, which is a 100-inch wingspan. If you're looking at the E-Fly RV, and I think it's an RV8, it might be an RV6 or something like that, don't get the small Flexinovations. Support a small company, not Horizon Hobby. And yeah, it's a fantastic plane. For the FPV flyers out there, my model of the year is going to be the WingWing Z84. It's an older plane. It's not necessarily designed for FPV, but the way that flies on the setup that I have, it's ridiculously efficient, combined with the greatness that is the SNL Owl. I need to fly that more, because it really is great. Yeah. So, next, we have Best International Store. Now, in 2020, that was Banggood, and Banggood is still quite a good place to go to. Sometimes it's a bit expensive, but otherwise, you know, Banggood is still a good place. I do still buy stuff from Banggood. The last thing being them Christmas lights, which again, you can see being built on the channel, you see? It's a big callback to loads of previous videos. But the winner this year, because the planes have got a bit expensive on Banggood, especially the plug-and-play HD stuff, is Aliexpress. I ordered for my girlfriend to give me for Christmas a DW or DF or DS or whatever it is, White Shark. That was a load cheaper on Aliexpress. Like, that was 60 quid, where it's 150 on Banggood. A lot of the HD stuff you can get 10 or 20 quid less through Aliexpress. Just watch the shipping. Sometimes shipping can be expensive, otherwise it's free, and it's about a week, 10 days, so it's not too bad. So yeah, if you're looking at planes on Banggood and just think they're a little bit too expensive, check Aliexpress. Aliexpress is a little bit like a mixture of Amazon and eBay in the fact that Aliexpress don't stock stuff. But they're like individual shops, so they're kind of like Amazon Marketplace or eBay. But yeah, have a look into it. Aliexpress is always good. With all of these things, pay with PayPal, just in case things go wrong. That's the reason why I ordered it ultimately, is because I have a PayPal account. My girlfriend does, but doesn't like it because she's fucking strange. I love her, it's fine. Yeah, Aliexpress is somewhere to generally have a look at for planes now. Sort of taken over from Banggood slightly. Again, it's also a separate shop, so you're not buying directly from Aliexpress, so that's another thing. The shops kind of battle it out on there a little bit to get the cheapest price. Some will have cheaper models, but then charge 15 quid shipping. Some people will charge, 12 quid more, but free shipping, so obviously you'd go for that one. 12 more for the plane. Next, we have the worst international store, which in 2020 was HobbyKing. And guess what? In 2021, it's also HobbyKing. Yeah, so the big problem with this, not COVID, just cough, asthma, it's a bitch, is that they've shut the UK warehouse, which is a problem for multiple reasons. Obviously, getting HobbyKing planes are good. I shouldn't criticise them, but they are good. Like, as I say, if extra, they're extra 300. I was looking at their Lancaster, possibly getting one of their small Spitfires on Mustangs to put FPV in. Same for the Lancaster. And they've just released that Yak 11, where I would love the racing version of the Yak 11. Personally, I also get all of my batteries from there, more or less all of them. The only ones that I don't get through there are specialist ones. For example, ones for radios, although some radios are HobbyKing, but like the ones for the Radio Masters I get from HobbyRC, the HNB batteries or whatever they are. I ordered some from Amazon, the HN. If you go on Amazon and search for LiPo battery, LiPo battery. This seems to be the main brand on Amazon. He says they're not on the first screen. Oh, there they are. HRB. But they're heavier than what they state and just felt a very heavy pack. So obviously it depends on what models you fly. I've had overlanders before, but again, very expensive. The HRBs on Amazon are actually quite a good price. The problem is though, is that a lot of my planes were built off of HobbyKing batteries, which we're not going to get. I guess it's not too bad if you. It's in the Netherlands though, the European depot. I guess the greatest thing for the UK would be if it was in France and you just nip and you're down south and you can nip across the border. But obviously, me being up near Yorkshire, not exactly in Yorkshire, but up near Yorkshire. Spend a lot of time in Yorkshire because that's where the missus is from. We're kind of knackered, and it's a shame because actually a lot of our batteries are getting old and also having a lot less use over the last 2 years. Not best for storage charging. It's just going to be a bit of a nightmare. We did have a worse manufacturer for PR. To go back to HobbyKing, I ordered 2 orders with them, and they're closing down sale, which they apparently cancelled because of COVID. Over 2 months ago. As far as I'm concerned, COVID is a 2-week thing, and within 2 weeks, 3 weeks of that opening, they should have been shipping orders. They're not. They're saying that they're waiting for an update from the UK distribution centre. At this point, I'm recording this on the 24th, Christmas Eve, everybody. I presume that if they are going to come back, it's going to be Christmas, New Year. I ordered 2 orders. One which was just batteries, because I thought batteries might be an issue, and they were. The only other thing was I bought a load of stuff, like I bought 2 Bixlers, some 3D filaments, some other sort of random bits and bobs. The problem we had, or the problem that I've got now is that is money that, as someone who's unemployed, I don't have oodles of money carrying around. That's £100 and odd just sat there. But also, I want my stuff. There's nothing in there that was mission critical. But like, I would like to have my Bixler and my Bixlers and things like that. I guess I can cancel it whenever I want to, but it's just annoying that they're using COVID as an excuse. And I know a lot of people are upset that companies are using COVID as an excuse, and some companies are. But over this COVID period, I've not witnessed something quite as blatant as what they are doing over at HobbyKing UK. But from a downer, another downer that we're going to miss is worst manufacturer for PR last year. It was that fucking horrible LTE company. 2021, not awarded. You could say HobbyKing's bad for PR, but they haven't done specifically bad PR. They're just bad. But anyway, best UK stores. One's been knocked off of here, but I can't remember who it is. T9 Hobby Sport for your Hobby Sport for your Frsky stuff. I'm not knocking that off there because they are the best place for Frsky. I know I'm aiming to not own any Frsky stuff, but for example, when I sell stuff, I'm going to need to put some fresh stuff. Right, sorry. So the Tina Hobby Sport for your Frsky stuff. Kingsley Model Shop, another great one. West London Models. One that isn't on there that I'm going to add. These are for the UK, if I didn't say. Wheelspin models as well. We've had great, like King's Lynn have sorted stuff out for free when he's mucked stuff up. West London Models, a very cheap place for Savox servos. West London Models. And also, again, we've had great service for them in the past. These are all people. I've never spoken to T9 Hobby Sport, but they do just seem the best place for Frsky stuff. They seem very knowledgeable. West London Models, again, great service to us. Wheelspin, again, when my dad got his Beast 60 size, 60E size. Canopy was broken. It was a birthday present. So we said, look, wood's come off inside the canopy. Case sent out as a new one. I can't remember if they made us send it back or not, just the canopy. But at least they were sensible enough to do that. Some will insist for the whole kit. Luckily I hadn't started it, but again, it's just a pain in the arse. Well, they may have just sent out a new canopy and said keep that one as spare. bear with me. Sorry about this. It's Christmas, everything's manic. Just bear with me. Sorry, where was I? So yeah, we got in the cabby. They sorted out really easy. You know, those three companies, I've directly dealt with and had good customer service from. HobbyRC is the last one that's on there. I had slightly dodgy customer service from them over the TX16 Max, but I can see where they were coming from. It's just not what I wanted as a customer, but I can see it was coming on from their side. And to be honest with you, actually fixing the issue on that radio when they just sent me the spare part instead of swapping the radio was fine. So yeah, HobbyRC, another great place to go to. And also, if you can find someone who's got one of their 5% discount codes that they send out with every order, that's great because multiple use. I recently got an order from them of the Runcam 2 4K for the mini Drac. They had a 5% off thanks to somebody's code. I need to start screeching through this a bit quickly because we have visitors coming at 2 and it is 1:50. So, the best representative of the hobby in 2020 and 2021 wins it again. Bruce from Xjet and RC Model Reviews. He is the best representative of the hobby and probably always will be. We actually have a few winners that are the same as last year. Most interesting building products for 2020 and 21 was Rami RC. Builds a lot of those scale EDF jets. Most interesting electronics projects 2020 and 21 is again RC Test Flight. The next one is the Got Me Through Lockdown Award. Last year it was Spectre 50, and if you still haven't watched any Spectre 50 or haven't watched them in a while, go and watch Spectre 50. Hilarious shit from all of them. But the Got Me Through Lockdown Award for this year goes to, especially considering the lack I lost my job and a few other things, is the lighter side of RC. The lighter side of RC does more jet stuff, but considering that I was getting into jets and stuff, it was very, very exciting. Because COVID's caused a few issues, so I lost my job. It wasn't specifically because of COVID, but it's making getting a new job hard. That was only in September, but also it was a case of trying to get stuff in was hard. You know, I mean, it was going to take me a year to get the plane in and stuff. So being able to watch his videos was great. I'm very jealous of all the interesting things that he gets to work on. Most nostalgic, unsurprising, it's the same winner from 2020. It is for 2021. It's also Spectre 50 again. Award of last year for the best workshop series that went to RC Model Geeks. This year it's not being awarded because there really wasn't one. Most impressive RC feat. It's the same winner actually as 2020, but he's beaten his record again. That is Umiguli Bird, Rupert from the Spectre 50 days. Last year he got the FPV world record over 300 miles an hour with a jet powered. It's like a fiberglass fun jet, basically. In 2021, he's beaten the turbine record with an electric motor. 14S is like 150cc size plane to me, but no, he's managed to squeeze it in something a bit bigger than a fun jet, and it's just a bit mad, really. 312 miles an hour, I think it was, from 309, so he didn't beat it massively, but still a great achievement. Upcoming small channel, last year, it was Nick J. Reeves. Is that what the channel's called? Nick J. Reeves is what the channel's called. REEVES. Nick, NICK space J space REEVES. This year, still a great channel, Nick J. Reeves. Feel free to go and have a look. But in 2021, it was the lighter side of RC, which the channel name strangely, is the lighter side of us. If you're looking for the link, but the again, for the jet stuff, it's just kind of, even if you're not into jets, just try watching a few of his videos, just see what it's like. Always very interesting stuff. Next, we're rattling through these. Blessed Vlog channel, same as 2020. It's going to be for 2021. Xjet Best Vlog Series in 2020. It was Rag the Nuts Off Funny Farm. 2021, not being awarded. Best Review channel for 2020 and 2021 is Archangel RC. Best Technical Information Series in 2020. That was the Rag the Nuts Off INAV stuff, I think. In 2021, it's Painless 360. Addition to that, a new one for this year is the Most Helpful channel, which goes to Painless 360. As I say, in 2020, it was not awarded. For Most Fun channel, let me just grab some of these so I can actually see who these are, because I've just got YouTube links in a minute. In 2020, it was Rag the Nuts Off. The reason why that's not there anymore is because it hasn't really uploaded much this year. For 2020 and 2021, it's the Petrenchich brothers. They do more unboxing. Their stuff sometimes does get a little stale because it's kind of the same thing all the time. Everything's bloody amazing. You know, even though they unboxed a Hanger 9 kit and the engine was knocked off the front. To me, for the price of what Hanger 9 stuff is, I would want either to return it for a brand new one or to get like a 50 quid discount off of it for that, because of the they charge. In 2021, Xjet, again, kind of vloggy type stuff, just to kind of keep you in the mood, because they've had lighter lockdowns during times when we've had tougher ones and things like that, and now it's summer over there, it's winter over here, as well as, of course, again, the lighter side of RC, so he's won quite a few here. Best Unboxing and Overview channel for 2021 and 2022, it says, but that's wrong, that's 2020 and 2021, probably for 2022. That's the Petrenchich brothers again. And last but not least, in 2020, the biggest Cunt award, Cunt, went to, of course, Alishan Mayo for his shit with the LTE Rambler. And in 2021, for reasons I've already previously explained, the biggest twats in the hobby was actually being the HobbyKing UK Warehouse employees / management. Because whenever you ask HobbyKing customer support what's happening, they just say, we've sent an email. Great. Why aren't you on the phone to somebody saying, why aren't all of these orders being shipped? Eventually, hopefully, I'll just cancel everything. But that's going to be it. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please hit the like button. Helps me out. Remember to subscribe. We'll see you in the new year now, I guess, for this channel. This is the last one. But yeah, I'll do a few videos on like what's coming for the channel in the new year. At the start of the new year, and we'll just go straight into carrying on with the mini drac and other fun things. Of course, I've got that plane coming for Christmas, so I'll have that to work on as well. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Excuse me. Bye bye.